DJ Metal Craig of Craig's Maelstrom here, and I'm back with Taylor of Riding with Killers, and we're going to jump into the next question, which is, please give some guitar tips or advice for starting out guitarists to help them get themselves better.
Well, first and foremost, practice. Even if it's just 10, 15 minutes a day, you got to spend time with it. Otherwise, much like anything, if you don't practice, you're not going to develop your skill set. But and aside from that, try to pick fun songs to learn. You don't have to play a Steve Vai tune or whatever, but there's some beginner songs out there that are great to start with to keep your interest, and just make sure you're having fun with it too. That's the other part, because if it doesn't bring you joy, to pick up your instrument, then there's really no point. But I would say just have fun. That's one of the other things. Have fun and practice. Practice doesn't have to be a tedious thing. Um, so yeah, practice and have fun.
And I apologize for the waving there, just as we were in the interview there. My girlfriend just walked in from something she was out at.
Hey, no worries, man. Gotta say what's up. Always gotta say hey.
Okay. This next one is a really good one. Do you guys have any social media outlets the band can be reached on?
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram. Those are the two main ones, I would say. You can find us at ridingwithkillers.com as well. So we're out there.
Who are the band's musical influences?
Um, Definitely Alice in Chains, um, Rob Zombie. Um, let's see. Say some Slipknot, for sure, especially for the record that's gonna follow after this one, which is already done, weirdly enough. Um, and say Deftones. So those would be my four.
That's awesome, man. Deftones is a big one for me. I actually learned how to scream somewhat like the guy from Deftones, but I bring in a bit of deicide influences, broken O.
There
I'm
you go.
a vocalist myself. I won't do the vocals right now because if I do, the mic will cut out and screw up the interview for us. Because I'm so loud. I've actually I was doing a show, had the mic about this far away from my face for a high grindcore streak I did. Japanese style one, like bathtub shit in one of the bands I listened to. I did it so loud I blew the PA speaker out.
That's funny.
And a couple of band influences for me, clean sing was are Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath. I listened to Bite. I also
Hell yeah.
listened to the rare industrial project from Alpha called Two that not many
Hell yeah.
people have heard about.
No, I haven't heard of them.
They are good, man.
I'll have to check them out.
Very different twist compared to Rob Halford's solo stuff and stuff with Priest and Fight.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you three more for the interview, and then we're gonna get the station IDs here, Taylor.
Sure.
Does the band have any band gear endorsements?
Yes, I am endorsed with Gibson guitars, Mesa Boogie amps, Seymour Duncan pickups, GHS strings. Got a clothing and sponsorship with Puck Hockey up here in Michigan. Absolutely love those guys. In ears with 64 audio, and yeah, I think that's it. I've got in tune guitar picks, but that's with taproot. So
Okay, awesome. Would you like to talk a bit about Taproot while we have a bit of time if you feel like it?
sure, always happy to talk about that, man. It's one of those dream come true scenarios.
Okay, so there's nothing in particular I'd like to mention about what's going on with the band, if there is anything.
Well, so Taproot will be heading out west in April. We've got a date in Arizona. We'll be out in LA, headlining at the Whiskey. We're playing Sick New World this year with Alice in Chains, Slipknot, A Perfect Circle, Kitty, Static X, Primus, Lamb of God, everybody under the sun. We just announced Capulet Fest. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Out in Connecticut, we'll be playing with Nothing More, Cold, and Of Virtue. We've got a main stage date this year at Welcome to Rockville with Slipknot, Breaking Benjamin, and Architects, and I believe Wage War. So that's going to be absolutely sick. I haven't played Welcome to Rockville in 10 years. My old band from the coast, we had one of the we were like the second band of the day. We won a contest, got to play out there. So it's really cool to come back 10 years later and be playing main stage. I'm really excited about that. And I know we've got Sonic Temple, we've got the Campground Throwdown, we've got Rock Lansing, and then we've got a couple of other really cool dates that are going to be scattered throughout, tour headlining tour dates. So Taproot is definitely going to be in full swing this summer, and Riding with Killers will be playing when we can, and betwixt all of those dates.
Right on, man. And while I've got you here, I just want to let you know, if you get a chance to say hello to Pat, the drum tech for Lamb of God for me.
Oh yeah, dude, I love Peking, man. He's one of my favorite fucking human beings, dude. And I got to know him back whenever he was with Hell Yeah. My old band we did a weird amount of shows with Hell Yeah, because we were never part of a tour package, but we always found ourselves opening out for him, which I mean, I fucking loved Hell Yeah. And rest in peace, Vinnie Paul, man. But it was so cool to play a lot of dates with them. And I first show I did with them, he and I ended up having a beer together and just really connected. And then of course, Marcus, who was one of their guitar techs, he's now playing guitar for Mudvayne. So it's really cool to see where Peking and Marcus went after the Hell Yeah camp kind of disbanded, but yeah, Peking's a great fucking guy, man.
And it's sad that Hell Yeah is gone. I loved Vinnie Paul's drumming. My favorite song from Hell Yeah is, and this one might hit home with you as well, Moth.
Hell yeah, that's a great song.
Classic right there, buddy. I loved all this stuff by Hell Yeah, but when you mentioned Mudvayne, my favorite song by Mudvayne is Dig.
Hell yeah, dude. I would say my favorite Mudvayne song is probably either Cradle or Not Falling is a really good one. That's a really great fucking song. But from the first, and I mean Dig's a classic, I remember seeing that music video on MTV when I was a kid, and my mind was just fucking blown. And speaking of, man, like God, I'm glad we're talking about Mudvayne. Like Taproot did Taste of Madison last year with our homies in Non-Point, and I noticed I totally saw him, but I didn't want to like bug him. But like Matt, the drummer from Mudvayne, was at that show, and I was like, I kept calm on the surface, but I was really losing my shit. And I was like, well, I don't want to bother him. And then all of a sudden I hear, well, I've toured with Taproot before, but I haven't met you yet. And I turn around and it's Matt. And I was like, wait, me? And then he's like, come here. And he gives me a hug. And then he proceeds to talk to me like a peer. That's the other thing, man. Like he talked to me for a solid 15 minutes. He didn't break eye contact. And like you know what I'm saying? Like he was really into the conversation. It wasn't just like, oh fuck, yeah, I'll kill some time talking to this fucking guy. Like he really sat and took the time to speak with me, and like I don't even care, but like, dude, I totally cried after that because um it's weird, when because Mudvayne was also one of those bands like Taproot that like it made me fall in love with the theatrics of a band as well as the heaviness of music that you could put out there. And I'll never forget seeing, you know, all of their videos playing on MTV back, because I caught the tail end of that before it went to shit. But it was just such a cool moment that, you know, I got to talk to Matt like a peer and have a really great conversation with him. And he's just such a nice fucking guy, dude. Like it blew me away. Like and you know, Chad's always been wonderful with Hell Yeah, dude. He's such a sweet fucking guy. I've never gotten to meet Ryan, you know, but I got to meet Greg when he was still with Hell Yeah before who is it? Tom came in and Christian came in. So you know, I've gotten to meet a lot of those guys over the years through different mediums, but it was very cool. Like all the fucking love to Mudvayne. They're out killing it in Australia right now. So
Cool, man. And another guy you might know, I'm not sure about it, but the guy is the actual vocalist for Stone Sour and Slipknot. I like Corey Taylor's solo stuff too. Corey Taylor was a cool dude, I thought.
hell yeah. I haven't gotten to meet him yet, but I did paint his front of house engineer's home last December. So aside from the music thing, I own and operate a commercial and residential painting business in Detroit, and it's been really awesome getting to work on a lot of the homes out here. And then I landed doing some work for Josh, which I met him when he was still doing front of house for Bad Flower, because you know, we were at the same festival together, and we were kind of getting fucked with, and it felt like we were getting hazed because they knew, because that was a hometown show for me, you know, in Biloxi, homecoming kind of a show. But like they knew we came from Detroit, and we went to go to catering because they told us we had to be there for sound check at like 8 o'clock in the morning, which is crazy. And then we went to go get some coffee, and they were like, yeah, you can't be back here. And we're like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we just want some coffee. And they're like, sorry, for national bands only. And I'm like, bro, like, we're not from Biloxi. Like, we flew in from Detroit for this gig, and they're like, sorry. And then Josh overhears it, and he's like, Detroit, huh? He's like, me too. Fuck that. Take my pass. And so we got to have breakfast thanks to Josh being a beautiful human being that day and looking out for someone he didn't know. And then he ended up as Corey Taylor's front of house. So he just did a world tour with Corey this past year. And I actually got to play a couple of Corey's guitars, but you don't know that. And I probably shouldn't have said that on an interview, but hey, you know.
Right on. Uh, is, we're gonna get to the last question of the interview if you're cool with it. What new band news do you have on the Riding with Killers front? Is there anything we might have missed in this interview?
Um, well, you know, yeah, we just released our music video for Novelty last week, last Wednesday, so hasn't even been out a week yet. So that, and by the time this interview goes up, you know, it'll be so go watch that. The second Writing with Killers record is already finished, which I did that with Jacob Herman from Top Floor Studios in Gothenburg, Sweden. So we're about to start mixing that record and getting it ready. You know, we'll probably put that out in the next 12 to 16 months. We'll see. Um, and yeah, man, we're we're gonna be out there this summer.
And that leaves us with a station ID, which is hey, this is Taylor of Riding with Killers, and you're listening to Mangled Music Radio.
Mangold Music Radio.
Yep, whenever you're ready, Taylor.
Mangled, like you're mangled and
As in mangled, as in like a destroyed body.
yes. Okay. Mangled. Tell me one more time.
Music Radio,
Mangled Music Radio. Okay.
when you're ready.
What's up, guys? This is Taylor Roberts from the band Riding with Killers and Taproot, and you are listening to Mangled Music Radio
And
with DJ Metal Craig.
You didn't need the DJ Metal Craig in there. I was gonna get you to do a Craig's Metal Storm tag afterwards, which you can use the DJ Metal Craig part in. I just need a normal station ID for Mango
Okay,
Radio, buddy.
I'll do it one more time.
Okay.
What's up, guys? This is Taylor Roberts from the band Riding with Killers and Taproot, and you are listening to Mangled Music Radio.
And now for the one for Craig's Metal Storm, and then we are out of here for the night.
What's up, guys? This is Taylor Roberts from the band Riding with Killers and Taproot, and you are listening to what is it?
Craig's Metal Storm.
Craig
Metal Storm. Metal Storm, the video game for the NES. And then Craig at the beginning.
Craig Metal Storm. Okay. Craig Metal Storm. What's up, guys? This is Taylor Roberts from the band Riding with Killers and Taproot, and you are listening to Craig Metal Storm.
Cool. Thank you very much for the interview, man. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely, Craig. Take care, bro. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too.